Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So look, it's episode 2 of the coaching profile series, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at current Panthers offensive coordinator Joe Brady. So the first thing that really pops into my head when I'm thinking about Joe Brady is the term matter of time. It's only a matter of time before this guy becomes an NFL head coach. I mean, he really has so many different tools, so many different things to like. He's one of the more popular coaching candidates out there, whether you're a fan of the pro game or the college game, you know, being that he was at LSU. Everybody loves Joe Brady. I mean, the guy's extremely young, 31 years old. It's a very, very difficult thing to achieve, right? So you're starting to take a look at Joe Brady's coaching resume so far, and obviously he's with the Saints from 2017 to 2018 as an offensive assistant, and then he goes to LSU, okay, and he becomes part of one of, if not the greatest college football season ever, national champions, you know, undefeated, Heisman winning quarterback, all these records broken. Not only was he just a part of it, but you can argue he was the architect behind that team. Yes, Joe Brady was the architect behind that team. I mean, the stuff that he was doing with that offense was unbelievable. You look at the talent on the team, you look at where these guys are today, you know, Justin Jeffersons of the world, Joe Burrows of the world. You're looking at this LSU roster and you have to ask the question, where was this last year? What, is it a coincidence that the minute Joe Brady walks into the LSU Tiger locker room, this thing immediately gets turned around? After the season, he immediately gets phone calls from Matt Rule, you know, former head coach at Baylor, to come join him in Carolina as the full-time offensive coordinator, calling plays, all this, like, has full control over the offense. I mean, Joe Brady is, I don't want to, you know, throw the term prodigy out there because that's such a once-in-a-generation style of thing, and that was Sean McVay. You know, Sean McVay was the prodigy. He has the it factor, right? He was the guy. Like a man of legend, if you will. So you're taking a look at Joe Brady's age at 31 years old, right? He's done all this at 31 years old. Absolutely insanity. And I mean, to be this popular amongst the NFL, in NFL circles, in college football circles, amongst the fans of the league, this guy is something special. Okay, and again, it goes back to that first term. It's just a matter of time before he starts running an NFL team and is that head coach of a franchise, okay? So you're taking a look at him overall. I mean, it seems like he's a can't-miss guy, right? You want to be ahead of the curve if you're the New York Jets. You want to be the LA Rams with Sean McVay. Right? Everybody criticized the Rams. So many people, why are they hiring this young guy? He has no head coaching experience. What are they doing? The Redskins offense wasn't elite. This and that. So many different excuses. It was almost like they wanted McVay to fail. But I mean, here we are again with Joe Brady. Teams can be in a very similar situation. Will they pull the trigger? I believe Sean McVay was 30 when he got initially hired by the Rams, but when you're looking at Brady at 31 years old, you have to ask the questions. Okay, can he lead men? Can he command a locker room? Number 2, can he lead an NFL franchise? Can he, deal with losses? Can he answer the tough questions? When he's up at the podium every week after the games, say they lose. I mean, assuming he goes to the Jets, we're probably not going to be a playoff team next year. Can he sit up there, answer the hard questions, not throw his teammates under the bus, have open communication with, the coaching staff, the front office, and the players, unlike Adam Gase? Are we going to have to continue to hear these comments of, if he wants to talk to me, my office is down the hall, those types of things? These are the types of questions that we need to ask if we're looking at a 31-year-old candidate to become the next head coach of a football team that's based, in New York City, right? I mean, that's it's fact of the matter. Like, you can't run in this situation. Like, you have to be here for the long haul. Is Joe Brady mature enough? Okay, so he has the resume. Okay, and even this year, I mean, I know there's definitely going to be some people that say, dude, the Carolina Panthers suck. What are you talking about? They have 5 wins. Well, yes, they have 5 wins, but when you're looking at the roster, Teddy Bridgewater is not a top 15 quarterback. Christian McCaffrey has hardly played this season, their best offensive player. You're starting to take a look at the losses. They hung in there with the Chiefs, lost by 1 possession against the Raiders, the Bears, the Vikings, the Saints, the Broncos, and the Packers. That's 7 losses, all by 1 possession here. So the Panthers are up to something. They know what they're doing. You're taking a look at the situation. They have a ton of young players on defense. Matt Rule, I love him. The Jets could have had him. The Jets could have had him, but we forced him to have I can't even get into that right now. I can't do it. I can't do it. This is supposed to be a positive video about Joe Brady, so I can't go down the rabbit hole of Gase. But so circling it back to Brady here, really the two red flags, the two concerns that one might have when you're looking at Joe Brady, is age, obviously, and we kind of covered that. But number two, it's just fear of the unknown. It's fear of the unknown. It's not like, you know, we're hiring a guy like Adam Gase, where he failed in Miami. People openly hate him in Miami. The fans hated him, and they laughed at the Jets when they initially hired Gase. With Joe Brady, it's just so many questions up in the air. Can he lead men? Can he answer the tough questions? Can he command an NFL locker room? What input does he have on the defensive side of the football? Are we going to be in a situation where he's just like, dude, like, I don't really know defense too well. I know he's worked on the defensive side of the football before, but does he have enough knowledge on that side, or is he going to have to hire a guy, a defensive coordinator, pay him a little bit extra, extra money, almost like a Cliff Kingsbury, Vance Joseph, where Kingsbury's like, okay, I'm going to develop the quarterbacks, I'm going to call the plays, I'm going to install the offense, I'm going to do everything with the offensive side of the football. You do everything on the defensive side, handle it, and we'll go from there. Almost like a co-head coaching kind of role. Is that the same deal that Joe Brady's going to bring to the table? That's not inherently bad, but it's definitely something that you'd have to take a look at moving forward. So all in all, I got to be honest with you, if the Jets went out there and interviewed Joe Brady and they decided on bringing Brady in to be the next head coach of the football team, I get that he's 31 years old. I get that he might not be the most mature individual out there. He's not some Bill Belichick. He's not some Sean Payton out there. He's not some Pete Carroll. He hasn't really been around the block for too long. But going back to the initial term at the start of this video, it's only a matter of time before Joe Brady becomes an NFL head coach or a college head coach. Who knows? There was definitely a couple of rumors. I was talking to a couple Penn State fans, and they wanted him back at Penn State if they were to fire James Franklin this season, because obviously, they kind of disappointed. But it's the virus here, so it's a whole different story. But again, it's just a matter of time before this guy's leading an NFL franchise. Do the Jets want to be ahead of the curve a little bit and bite the bullet and say, he's 31 years old, but we're going to get this guy in the building and let's build this thing from the ground up? Okay, so all in all, I would love this hire. I would love Joe Brady if he became the next head coach of the Jets. The first season might be a little bit rocky. We definitely have a lot of holes on the roster, a lot of vacancies, and we have questions about, the entire offense. There's going to be, heads will roll. There's going to be a lot of changing pieces, a lot of changing members of the personnel on offense. Maybe the quarterback as well. Who knows? So definitely a thumbs up for me. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Would you like Joe Brady, or do you have too many concerns? Hey, he's too young. Can he lead men? These veteran players that are in their mid-30s, upper 30s, will these guys buy in? Will the roster buy in to what 31-year-old Joe Brady has to say? So we'll see. We'll see what the situation, we'll see what the future holds. But as far as I'm concerned, I would definitely love Joe Brady. He would be a massive upgrade over Adam Gase. Be excited about a new head coach coming in the building. So it's been too long. It's definitely been too long for that. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.